Hi beautiful people, welcome back again to my channel. It's Rosie here of HouzOfRoses, and you're welcome. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, thank you for clicking and you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you all. Welcome back again to HouzOfRoses, you guys. In today's video we'll be talking about how to stop caring about what other people think about you. What I'm about to share with you all is our tips that have helped me in the couple of years, to not bother, to not care about what people think. If you know me too well, you guys, you know that I have come a very long way in this life's journey, and nobody can talk me down. Nobody can tamper with my self-esteem and self-confidence, and I truly do not care what any other person think about me other than what I think about myself and what God thinks about me. I have built myself to that extent that I filter words I get from other people. I take what I have to take and I trash every other thing that I feel it's not important or would do me no good. So that leads me to my number one point. Tune out non-negative constructive. So like I said earlier, a lot of people would want to criticize you, because probably you're way better than them or whatever. And don't get me wrong, please, we know we have the positive criticism, we have also the negative criticisms. The positive ones are there to correct you, to build you up, while the negative ones are there to bring you down, to lead you to not believing in yourself, to have a low self-esteem, to have a low self-image and whatnot. So my number one is tune out negative constructive, meaning that you have to develop a very thick skin and also a selective hearing. So for this set of people who just want to criticize you negatively, you just don't have to waste your time listening to their opinions or taking them seriously. Remember, we are talking about how to stop thinking about what others think about you. So our number two tip is work on your self-esteem. Very important. If you don't know what you are, what you want, if you don't know who you are, people are going to trample on your self-esteem. It would lead to low self-image, low self-confidence and all of that. And have you ever wondered a whole lot of people who care so much about what people think about them, that before they do anything they want to seek validation from every other person? If your self-esteem is low, then you want to seek validation from every other person, which is you definitely care so much about what other person or other people think about you, what they feel about you. So this is what you have to do. Take a self-evaluation. How do you want yourself to be perceived, and be truthful to yourself. The best gift you would give yourself is to be truthful to yourself. And again, why? So this thing is, how do you want to be perceived out and why? With these two self-evaluation tips, one of how do you want to be perceived and why, the reason behind it. Number three tip is decide on what your values are. If you don't decide on your values, that is what you stand for and what life you choose to create for yourself, then you're leaving it up to the world to choose for you. I just want to encourage us, from the self-evaluation, if you're going to do this, you just have to get your top three, your topmost three values, and also decide within yourself that your story is just for you alone to write and not the world's. The last but not the least is heal from past traumas. I cannot overemphasize this. A lot of us are in situations today because we haven't healed from our past traumas. a lot of, I'm sorry that I'm going to shift a little from the topic, a lot of parents like that I've come in contact with, you know, the way they treat their children is because they haven't healed from their past trauma. Thankfully, like some of our parents, you know, are being intentional parenting, but trust me, it is not so simple. But being intentional will also help you, you know, like you don't have to like make the same mistakes your parents made with you while bringing you up. So let's go back to our topic. A lot of us, like growing up, you know, we've heard people tell us like you're nothing, you amount to nothing, you cannot, like you're a lot of things, you know, they tell us you cannot amount to anything, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, either by your parents, either by your caregivers, either by your guardians. And you know, we grew up to like self-limit ourselves, and because that is there in the mind, a lot of people don't know that the mind is very powerful. Like that is why a lot of things that happen today, they are just unimaginable. You'll be wondering like, how can this happen? How is it that you know, like people can wake up and take other people's lives, people can wake up and think evil of another person, and you'll be wondering like, the mind is a very powerful tool. You really just cannot tell what is going on in the mind of just the other person close to you, let alone your child. So because we grew up hearing all these negative words thrown at us, and because you cannot just do anything about it, and we grew up, you know, still having that at the back of just somewhere, a lot of us tend to, you know, bury it. A lot of us tend to like keep them, lock them up, you know, and just keep on moving. But a time will come when these things, this our past come, not like they come haunting at us, but like they are just there on our faces, glaring at us. And what do you do at this point in time? What you do is, if you have, because most of these traumas, past traumas, could be the reason behind why we want, you know, others to accept us, why you want others to validate you, you know, and why you cannot even motivate yourself. You want to get, you know, validation from every other person or other people. If it's possible, please see a therapist, you know, to help you. Like, if people think is when you are sick, you know, people think it's only sick people, you know, go to see the doctor. You might feel some type of way, and trust me, all you need to see is the doctor. And if you're going to feel, if you are emotionally down, if you're psychologically down, you definitely need a therapist. So if you can, please kindly seek the help of a therapist. You don't have to be mentally, you know, deranged. You don't have to be psycho to see a therapist. Okay, it doesn't have to be that worse, but you just need a therapist, you know, to help you overcome those traumas you have gone through. So you guys, if you have watched to this end, thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share with your family and friends, share with every other person out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. For now, bye bye, love you guys.